wrestling.
What's up? Look what came in the mail. Just got off work. Got a package from Ringside. And it is the Elite 114 Jimmy and Jey Uso chases. So we're going to review those real quick. Let's check it out. Alright. Jimmy. And just out of this box, Jey. This is what I had guessed that the chase was going to be, and when it was revealed to be the chase, I was thrilled and willingly dropped $40 on it. Also, I sold my old, what was it, I think a Top Picks Jimmy Uso with the black bloodline pants, because when I saw the render for the black pants version of this one, I decided I could sell the other one. This one looks way better. I like the braids. So yeah, let's get them reviewed. We'll start with Jimmy. So we've got front of the box, pretty basic, the usual. And the back of the box, go ahead and pause that if you want to read. I do wish he came with the hat. That would have been great. The red bloodline hat looks nice, but you know what? I'll willingly take 2 hair sculpts and a red bandana. So let's open them up. Alright, so he's out of the packaging. Lower the camera a little bit. He's got a few accessories. He's got 2 hands. The We the Ones acknowledging hands. Little pointer hands. They're nice. He's got a red bandana. The normal version comes with a black bandana. This right here just goes around his neck. Doesn't cover anything, but it's a little... It's kind of like a scarf. Not like a scarf. He's wearing it around his neck. Yeah. It looks great. I like it. It doesn't really attach. It just kind of like hugs onto it. Fine by me. And then he's got an alternate hairpiece. Ignore the background noise. I got my little brother playing games, and I got cats in the room. But just pop off the hair. Pops off pretty easy. But it's not going to go anywhere when you shake it. It looks absolutely amazing. Bald. You just pop on the other one, which should... Yeah, it pops in pretty nicely. And I'm glad we finally have a head sculpt that looks like Jimmy and not just like Jey. They do look different despite being twins. I think it's especially in the mouth. You got different teeth. It looks a lot more like Jimmy. I do prefer the braids a lot. Easily way better than the scuffed hair that we got in the 106. The 106 figures were terrible. I sold mine. They had loose toes. These ones don't have loose toes, nice and stiff. Well, not stiff, but, you know, tight. And then we have new foot articulation on all figures post 114, I believe. So instead of just the standard hinge like this, of the up and down, we also have a whole lot more pivot, as we could do a full 360. It's like the Marvel Legends Hasbro mold, sort of. So I think pretty much right up in here, there's just a little pin. So I don't know how to explain it. There's a peg, and it goes in this hole, and it just spins around that, instead of being that weird hinge piece that's inside. It moves better down than it does up, but since this one looks like this, you can just spin it around. Actually, I don't know how. Oh, it's going to take some getting used to, especially on the animation end, but I like it. I appreciate their new efforts. And then we got a new pant mold. I love when we get new molds. It looks pretty solid. And the legs aren't tight as shit this time. That's awesome. You can move them. I mean, the knee bend's still kind of tight, but it's workable. I could definitely work with this a lot better than recent figures. Yeah, it holds position nicely. That's awesome. Alright. Of course, shoulders 360. They lift easy. You get the double elbows. Ah, crap. That one's stuck right there. Just got to push it a bit harder. Awesome. It's all good. And then no Velcro on the shirt. I love this choice. It looks a whole lot better. Only downside is it is harder to animate. So I guess I'll just never animate than taking off the shirt. And it will be a little bit harder to take off because he's not like an ultimate with the removable arms. But yeah, that's Jimmy Uso. I've only ever owned, like, I think this is my third Jimmy Uso, and it's easily the best. So I'd say definitely pick it up. If you're not willing to pay $40 for a chase, just get the black version. Mine arrives, I think, Saturday, or, well, I don't know when this video is going to go up. But it arrives in a couple days. It'll be reviewed as well. Awesome figure. We'll set it to the side, and we'll open up Jey. Alright, here we got the chase variant of Jey. I feel like a Yeet Jey Uso gear is long overdue for a figure. So I'm glad that we got two in the chase and the standard. Accessories, he comes with significantly less than his brother Jimmy. But he's got the Yeet hands, and he's got the open-handed, like mic holding hands. Those are nice. And then he's got the Yeet shirt, which I think looks great. It does have Velcro. Doesn't bother me because it's easier to take off now. And I do think that Jey wrestles without his shirt a whole lot more than Jimmy does. That torso looks a whole lot better than the Daniel Bryan torso. It's skinnier with more abs, which is on his new top picks, which is also going to be reviewed on here. Yeah, so he also has the new shoe articulation, same as Jimmy. I do think it's a bit looser on this one. Not like loose as in it won't hold position, but loose as in it's easier to move for me. The knees are tighter than Jimmy's, but they don't feel like they're going to break on me. Like, I can move them still comfortably. I can animate that. That's not going to be a problem. Leg up. It's a little bit stuck right there. I just got to heat that up real quick. Or maybe it's just how that sits. I think that's the highest it can go. So, it's not terrible, but it could be better because it gets bulky right there. And then outward, splits. I can finally have a figure do the splits and it not get stuck. So many figures that I've had to heat up because I'm afraid I'm going to break them when it's lifting the legs. Shoulder goes all the way around. Lift, nice and easy. Same right there. Lift, nice and easy. Head sculpt. I think it's new. I've got the Ultimate Jey Uso on hand to compare it with. Let's see. Yeah, so the Ultimate Jey Uso has the updated tattoos and stuff, but I do think the torso's too big. And I understand that they have to do that for the extra articulation, such as like the butterfly joints. So the upper torso looks a lot bigger. Same pant mold, different shoe mold, which I appreciate a lot because this shoe mold I got really tired of. This is what I mean though. Inside, you can see that weird hinge piece way in there. So the pivot on these is only that much. Meanwhile on these, as long as you figure out how to finesse them into the place you want, you pivot it like that, you can get him standing. Let me try. Let's see. Alright, both his feet practically flat on the floor. Meanwhile, with the original, you can see feet don't have as much hold on the floor as they do right here. So, yeah, I like the new mold. I do. And I'm excited to see it on the other figures that are still on the way, like Ilya, Braun, and I believe even the women's figures are getting it, which is a huge upgrade because women's figures don't even have this pivot sometimes. So, yeah. Great figure. I recommend getting it again. $40 is steep. So if you want $10 cheaper, $15 cheaper, get the standard. And, yeah, let's look at them side by side real quick. Get this one away. And, yeah, this is the figure side by side. I got this custom No Yeet shirt from, WrestlingFigureShirts.com, I think. Very nice shirt. This was really hard to take off, I won't lie. I was very scared of ripping the sides. Yeah, we got the Uso brothers. Yeet versus No Yeet. Just freshly reunited. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, there's my cat yelling in the background. Yeah, it's the Usos. Definitely recommend both. New shoe mold, new pant mold on Jimmy, new hair mold. Figures are looking great. Grab them and enjoy the new animations with them. There you go.